What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to be detecting an old high school field. All right, I'll scan it really quick. All right, and what we're doing today is we're using the Garrett AT MAX. This thing has been sitting in my office for a while since I bought it. I used it a few times and then I moved on to the, if you watch my channel, I moved on to the Manticore. But we're going to bring this back and we're going to see if we find anything in this field today. All right. What I'm going to be searching with, I'm going to have it on zero mode, discrimination up to, I'm going to knock out up to, I think it's 40. All right. My threshold, what we're going to do is my sensitivity, I could keep it up to about 5. Threshold, I like to keep it at 0. I don't like to hear the noise. Then we're going to ground balance. You want to pump it up and down. All right. We're going to give it a shot. So again, it's been a while. I got to move my fines bag over to the right. It's been a while since I have used the AT MAX. Getting a lot of chatter. But what we're going to do is, we're getting a 75. Well, we're getting an 80, then a 30, then a 50. It's all over the place. Let's turn 90 degrees. It's about 6 inches down. I'm getting between a 49 and an 80. Let's turn on the iron. Turn on the iron audio. Oh, we still got a 75-80. It's about 6 inches down. Six inches down. Let's give it a shot. Today I'm using the foot shovel, not the hand shovel. So it's about 6 inches down. We'll see what the heck it is. We're gonna flip this over. We're going to take our pinpointer. Always move your shovel to the right. Down there. One of the viewers gave me a good, they left me a comment when I was searching with my pinpointer. I had it to the side like this and I was picking up everything. He said try hitting it straight down. So that's what we're going to do. So it's right down in there. And I think that's it right there. Huh. Let's see what we got. It's still on the side here. Oh, and I see something. Here it is. Let's see what we got. What is this? It's a cork bottle. It looks like the top of a cork, like a, yeah. Wow. Okay. I don't know what that is. If you know what that is, comment below. But it looks like it belongs to like a champagne bottle. All right, on to the next one. Remember to cover up your holes when you're finished. Don't make a mess. We got us an 86, 87. It's saying about 4 inches down. Let's try to pinpoint this thing. We'll give it a shot. See if we can pick it up with the pinpointer first. It's right there. Only a few inches down. See what we got. So it's in the plug here. You know what, let me put on my gloves. Hang on a minute. I always forget to do this, so I don't want to get my hands all dirty from these, you don't know what the heck is in here. So do yourself a favor and wear some gloves. So it's in the plug here. Let's see. Oh, there you go. See what I mean by wearing your gloves? So, we got our first quarter with the AT Max today. Not bad. And it is a it's a 2000, so it's 25 years old. Not bad. Let's move on to the next one. But if you're looking for a starter detector, if you're getting into this hobby, I highly recommend the AT Max. We're going to continue. We're going to take our time. When you're swinging, you want to be just above the grass. You want to overlap your swings if you could. And take your time. We got another 79, 80, about 8 inches down. And what you want to do is you want to go 90 degrees and make sure the numbers look the same. It's about 6 inches, so let's pinpoint it. It's going to be right there. So we're going to see if we pick it up with the pinpointer first. Usually if it's a little too deep, you're not going to pick it right up. So we're going to dig down. So it's about 6 inches. So I'm going to take your plug out like this. Grab your pinpointer. And again, if you lay it down, you're not sure where it could be. Try to hit it directly. So it looks like it's still down there. us an oversized bottle cap. What do you want to do, huh? What do you want to do? All right, let's move on to the next. All right, well, we got our first surface find. That's right. Who would have guessed? In a school field. All right, we got a 45. That's jumping around a little bit. It's showing about 4 inches down. Let me hit the iron audio. A little bit. Let's try to pinpoint it. It's going to be right here. Let's see what we got. Try to pinpoint it first. Nothing there yet, so let's give it a shot here. Try to make your plug nice and neat. Flip it over. Still down there. Off to the side here. The pinpointer was off a bit. Somewhere in this plug. There we go. Look at that. There it is. The infamous can slaw. Oh well, let me get it out. There you go. That'll get you every time, but you got to dig them. Let's make sure everything else is out. Always recheck your hole. And we'll move on to the next. Here's a clean 85, 86. Showing a couple inches down. Try to pinpoint it. There it is. It is a ring, but it is not a ring for your finger unless you're a giant. But yeah. We'll make sure. We'll just run it. Yep, that was it. So, got yourself a ring here. All right, we'll move on to the next. We got a 78, about 8 inches down. Let's give it a shot, see what it is. A lot of rock. Sometimes when you're digging and you got so much rock, Still nothing. It's probably really deep. Let's try one more scoop. Yeah, there's a lot of rock down here. If you get yourself a big rock, you're not going to move it. Just move on to the next one. That was weird. So we're going to move on to the next one. See, this detector will detect things pretty deep. I found things well over 12 inches deep. So again, if you hit a big boulder or rock, you don't want to damage the field. So some of them you're just going to have to move on. I got a 48. Let me see. I got a 53 about 6 inches down. When you raise your coil this high and you're still picking it up, it's most likely a big piece of iron. Put the iron audio on. Yeah, so we're going to pass on that. Numbers are all over the place. So just continue. You want a good consistent number. And you'll hear that high tone. And again, try to overlap your swings. You don't want to move, you don't want to lose, you don't want to miss any coverage, you know what I mean? We got a 7680, 6 to 8 inches down. Let's see what it is. Let's give this one a shot. 6 to 8 inches down. So I'm going to push my shovel down as deep as I could. This way we get it all out at once. Better to have more out than when you have to keep digging, you know. Flip it over. Ooh, what do we got here? Well, here we go. I bet you that's it. That's the foil, maybe. There's your foil. All right. And that's it. All that for that little piece of foil. I don't know what this is. Look, we got ourselves a... It's probably an old shirt. Some rag. That's it. About 6, 7 inches down, a piece of foil. What I want to do is I want to get the numbers on that foil. Yeah. Now they're all over the place, between 40 and 50. But yeah, you're going to get a lot of this. Okay, a lot of foil. All right, let's move on to the next. See if we find anything. I'm usually staying where the crowds used to stand and watch the games, sidelines and stuff like that. If you're in a field and the school has been renovated within the last 15 years or so, the fields, they usually bring in fill. So you're really not going to find things that are, you know, associated with the year of the school. You know what I mean? Especially if you dig up a lot of gravel. And if it's, you know that there's fill in the ground with a lot of gravel and dirt, you're better off going somewhere else where it hasn't been disturbed. But again, we're just going back and forth. We got a 4950, 6 inches down. Wow. That's a big target. That's long. There's a couple of targets in there. There's one here. It's a 50. Let's try it. There's one there a couple inches. And then there's one right to the right of it, about 4 or 5 inches. We'll flip this over. There you go. There's your foil. Wow. I think this is the same. That first piece of foil, which was about 50 feet away from here. I think it was a Sprite can too, maybe. Lawnmower must have hit it and shot fragments all over the place. Let's see for the heck of it. Let's see if we pick up. No, we don't pick it up. But being right next to it, the same numbers, it's most likely going to be that foil. What do you think? Do you think I should try to dig it up? Or should I pass? What would you guys do? Same numbers, a little bit deeper. Let's give it a shot. Now, if you're out there and you're new to this, I strongly advise when you buy your detector, whichever one you decide on, dig everything up so you get used to your numbers and how your machine works. So I would dig everything, good or bad. Here it is. And it was the same can. Look, a few inches away. But I tried. I knew you guys out there were like, just dig it up. It could be a ring. It could be something cool. Reality, when you're metal detecting, is you find a lot of garbage. And I know I've said it in the past, but the good finds are what keeps you coming back. You know, you can have 2-3 weeks of junk and you find that one cool ring and it makes you go back. This year, not a lot of rings. I found 5. But again, I haven't been going out a lot. So I think that's pretty cool. In the wrap up, I'll show you the 5 rings that I've gotten so far, from my favorite to my least favorite. All right. So let me continue. If I come across a good number, I'll bring it right back to you. We got ourselves an 84, 81, 84. It's jumping around. Between 75 and 80. Let's give it a shot. A lot of junk in this field. A lot of rock too. All right, let's get this out. And another thing is, if you find broken glass down deep, you're also digging in some fill that wasn't put there not too long ago. Nothing there. Huh. Let's see. Let's get the detector real quick. Huh. Did I lose it? Yeah. Let's get this covered up. Right here I'm getting something. Right here. Let's see what we got. This was a 76. We got some roots in here. Still down there. Let's cut this root out. See, we got ourselves a piece of broken glass down deep. So that's telling me this was filled in with some fill not too long ago. Because fill, you get a lot of trash. That's why it's cheap. They put a lot of garbage in fill. All right, let's see. Let's turn it on. See if we could find it. Here we go. Yep. All that work for this. Foil. All right. On to the next one. We got a nice 7980. About 6 inches down. Real solid tone. I don't hear any iron. Let me see if I can pinpoint it. Gonna be right here. 79.80. I'm thinking a quarter. What do you guys think? I gotta hurry because my battery's running dead. Might have to put another battery in this thing. Do you guys have issues with your GoPro batteries? What's this? We got us a bottle cap, but this one's plastic. That doesn't count. Can't put the bottle cap noise up on the video because it's plastic. Or should I? Because it's plastic and we don't normally run into those, should I put an extra long moaning bottle cap noise? What do you think, cuz? What do you want to do? All right, let's check the hole. Okay, it's still down there. Bring it out a couple more inches here. See what we got. Oh, I see it. It's on the side. You can see it down there. I could pull it out of the sidewall. And that's what it is. This is can slaw. It's not foil. Well, it's a type of a foil, but it's from a can. And when it's all torn up, it looks almost like coleslaw, but that's why they call it can slaw, just if you were wondering. All right, let's move on to the next. Remember, put back your plugs or you won't be invited again. We got us a 50. It's about 6 inches down. Let's see what it is. 56 inches down, between 46 and 50. I don't like when I feel a rock down there either. It's a pain in the neck when you hit a rock. So we're gonna flip this over. Grab the pin pointer. You know the deal. So it's in the plug. I like when it's in the plug, you know what I mean? You don't have to keep digging. Oh, yeah, baby. What do you want to do? Oh, yeah, it's our first one, kid. This bad boy's a little rusty. He's been around the block a few times, cuzzy. What do you want to do? The old... Which hand? Yeah, which hand? This one? Ah, the old pull tab. All right, let's move on to the next one. I gotta say that the AT Max, it's a good detector for the price. Again, whatever you decide to get, you want to just get used to. Oh, we got another find here. Look at this. Pretty cool. It's a pocket highlighter. Tell you what, I'll use that in the office. They call that a surface find. That's the word I was looking for, surface find. You ever you're talking about something and you know it, but for some reason it doesn't come out. And you're like, wait a minute, am I going freaking crazy or something, cuzzy? But yeah, again, AT Max, it's a really good starter detector. We got a 6970. It says 2 inches, so that's got to be right near the surface. Let's see if we could use the pin pointer. Try to find this bad boy. It's right in there. So I only showed a few inches, so let's see what we got. It was a 71. Flip this bad boy over. Should be in the plug. Yeah, it's in the plug somewhere. There it is. What the heck is this? Should have known. This field is loaded with trash. There you go, it's an aluminum can. All right, you got to dig those numbers, because that's when you find the rings. Or you find cans, or you find my favorite, the pull tabs. But getting back to the AT Max, it's a great starter detector. I've been using my Manticore. I figured, let me go old school now and give this thing a shot. I got a 2 inches of between a 36 and 41, but it's a little choppy. Let's do the iron audio. Yeah, and you hear it. You hear the bonk, bonk, bonk. So that's another great feature with this detector. If you get a tone and you're not quite sure, turn the audio on, the iron audio on, and when you hear the it's going to be garbage most of the time. We got another 75, 70, 75. 6-8 inches down. Let's see what this one is. See if my battery lasts long enough to get this last one on here before I have to change the battery. Nice plug. What do you want to do, plug A? All right. Oh. It's still down there. Let's give it another hit. It's got to be out with this one. Close to it. So it's out somewhere in here. It's a 71. What do you think it's going to be? I was going to say it almost looked like a ring, but it's not. You know what that is? We call that a bottle cap, kiddo. That's right. Could have been from an old private stock 40 ounce. What do you want to do? You guys know about the 40 ounces out there back in the day, the private stock? If you do, leave a comment below, huh? That's it. All right. Let's move on to the next. All right, so I had to change a battery, and it's starting to rain. Take another view of this field I've been hitting. Started way back there in the corner. That's where I parked. A couple of people are leaving now. They're playing some soccer. And also, you want to do a grid pattern if you could. Me, I'm just going all over the place today. Oh, I see a ball from here. Another surface find. I might bring that home for good old Sonny boy. If you're not sure who Sonny is, watch my channel. Sonny's the greatest German Shepherd in the Northeast, I think, in the world, if you want my opinion. All right, so let's continue. If when it starts to really rain, we're gonna get out of here. So if you're wondering where I got all these accessories, this coil cover came from a place online called Reptile Wraps. I can't put it in the link in the description because they don't have a link when you try to add it. And then I got the blue piece down there at the bottom, the attachment. And you know, High Ridge Handyman, cause you got to put the sticker on. It's a see-through sticker. If you're interested, leave a comment below and I'll mail one out for you free of charge, obviously, as long as you're within the United States of America. All right. And now that's pretty much it. I'm not worried about the rain getting to the Garrett AT MAX. It is waterproof. I think it's waterproof up to 6 or 10 feet underwater, which is pretty cool. And I'm not pushing this on anyone. I'm just giving you some of the information that I'm... Okay, we got a 3. Let me see, what depth is that? It's a 3, then it's a 69. Let's try the iron audio. Yeah, it's a bunch of crap under there. We're not going to use that. We're not going to even bother. I'm just speeding up a little bit because we got a 76. Ooh, this one's deep. This one's about 8 to 10 inches down. I'm backing it out to see where I lose the signal. Then we're going to dig. 8 to 10 inches. This might be a good one. Or it might be some more foil. I'm going to bet on the foil. All right. Oh, nice plug. Nice big pluggy. Oh, we got some, look like glass down there. You got to be careful what you grab. All right, we're in the plug, which is nice. Direct all the loose stuff back in the hole, obviously. And it fell in. It's in my hand somewhere. Here it is. The heck is this? Looks like a chunk of steel or something, some metal, something melted or broken. Pretty cool, but that's what it is. All right, put this back and we'll head on to the next one. Okay, we got a 72 to 80. Well, it's actually 80 to 83, 8 inches down. Let's see what we got here. 83, 8 inches down. I'm gonna stick this shovel down in there deep. Let's see what we got here. It's in the pluggy plug. Still in here. It's close. Oh, there we go. It's an 80, 81. I think it's a dime. Second coin of the day, which isn't bad on the way back to the car there. Dimes are good luck. Well, for me anyways. It's a sign from someone very special. Someone who is no longer with us. If you have something like that, comment below. Is it a bird you see? Is it a coin? What is it that reminds you of someone you once loved? Well, you actually still love, but you miss the most out of anyone. And you're stuck on this planet with a bunch of miserable people. But the special ones are gone. All right, so we got the dime on the way back. We got some people still playing in the rain out there. I think I got another 200 feet to get back to the car. Okay, we got an 85. 6 inches down. 85, 6 inches down, and we're about 20 feet from the car. This will be it. This will be our last dig for this video. What do you guys think it's going to be? 85, 6 inches down. Perfect plug. It's in the plug, which is nice. Oh, I see it there. If you guys could see it. That's right. We're going to finish up. We're going to finish up strong today. 85, 84, 85. It's going to be a quarter. It's dirty. I don't know if I can get a date on it. I'll have to get a date on it when I get back home. Can't see it from here. But yeah, we're going to finish off with a quarter. All right, we'll catch you on the wrap-up. Okay, so here we are on the wrap-up. What do we get here? We got a highlighter. Remember that? We got a pen here. Does it work? Yeah, it still works. Look at that. Highlighter, it should work. Nice. We're going to keep that. We got this ring here. All right. It looked good on the sound was nice. It's not iron, so it picked up. It did what it's supposed to do, this AT Max. We got some caps here. Got the plastic cap. We got the double. Remember the double bottle cap up there in the video. We got the cork, champagne cork top. We got a bunch of can straw. Looks like from the same can, a couple of these hits. What was impressive is this little beaver tail that the AT Max picked up about 12 inches, a little bit over 12 inches deep. A couple other little pieces it picked up. Picked up another one of these. Not sure if I filmed that one. A couple of quarters, $19.99, a 2000. This dime, if you were watching the video all the way to the end, when I find dimes, it's a sign from someone up above, someone I care about. It turns out that this dime is a 1970. And for people that know me, they're going to be like, wow, that's pretty wild. 1970 penny. I'm sorry, a dime. Got a piece of lead here, chunk of lead. And that's pretty much it. And we got ourselves a pull tab. I'm pretty sure we had two. Maybe I lost it in the bag. But yeah, the pull tab also. So that's it. That's what you pretty much find at these ball fields on a bad day. And then you get lucky and you find the rings. Again, I found 5 rings this year. I'll bring the box over to show you what they look like. Most of them are junk. They're all junk rings, but nevertheless, there's one that's gold and the rest are kind of junky. But you can see here, this was my ring find for this year so far. Tiny little gold one, pretty cool. And we got this little ring here. That ring was actually found at the same field we were at today. Then we got this one here, little silver ring found at the beach. This one is not real, but it's still a ring. And another one here. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's my ring find for this year, 2025. I know it's not a lot for most of the guys out there, but it's better than nothing, you know. And then I keep it in this box, Amazon box. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate that you stayed this long. And again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell, notification bell. And the next video that comes out, it'll be brought to you instantly. All right. We will definitely catch you on the next one. Thanks again.